knowledge, you want to be around that knowledge for a long period of time, and it takes money to access knowledge sometimes. So you thought you were buying into something.
Congressman, my understanding is you have introduced some legislation to kind of work on regulating, reining in this entire sector. Do you feel like we have adequate oversight of it?
We don't. You know, not until 1992 could these for-profits get federal funds. And there was a 90-10 rule. They had to get 90% of their monies. They can only get 90% from the federal government. They had to get 10% from other sources.
I should make, before you continue, I should make the distinction that my understanding is Trump University itself didn't even qualify for that because it wasn't actually even registered with the state as an educational institution, so it was like completely off the table. Right. But there are other ones that are for-profit that are registered educational institutions that do have students that qualify for federal loans.
They get federal loans. They're accredited by a national agency, not by the regional agencies that are much more stringent. And the Department of Education, Arne Duncan, has tried to get stronger regulations. They had stronger regulations, but the district court struck them down.
And they also got lobbied. This is a great story.
This is a Mark Leibovich story. Right. I don't agree with everything Mark said in this town, but he's right here.
He's the author of this book, This Town.
This Town. And when you look at the Graham family that used to be known for a newspaper that Jeff Bezos has now, and now what they are is they had a Kaplan University. And Kaplan University is one of these for-profits that has a lot of students default. Most of their students don't get degrees. They default, and they get their money from the federal government. And their whole purpose is to get money from the federal government. This money could be going to students who are going to matriculate at not-for-profit schools and or go to pre-K. And we need that money there.
Right. I mean, community college is available to people. It makes sense to invest in your education. The problem is that these companies, as you pointed out, advertise widely. They make big claims about being able to promise people access to better jobs, which typically turn out not to be the case. And so it's true that the individual should be a better consumer, but it's also true that there are a lot of vulnerable people out there who are being preyed upon.
And there are limited resources we have, and what these monies are basically being flushed.
Right.
And the president said they're getting away like bandits on Saturday, and he's right. They have dusters just like the James boys.
Seven, let me ask you this. So you owe $11,000 to Trump University. Like, what are you doing now? How are you going to pay that off? Where have you ended up?
Well, what was interesting is that 6 months into this around 6 months into the program, I won my money back. I decided that this wasn't really going to be a road I can pursue with a limited amount. They changed the course structure, and I opened my own jewelry business in the interim. So I wanted my money back. They wouldn't give me my money back, and I made a big fuss about it. And they said, you know what, if you're opening your own business, let's give you mentorship. We have entrepreneurial mentorship. Now, I graduated from college. I have an MBA from NYU. I have faculty access. I could go get mentorship probably at no charge. But in any event, they gave me this entrepreneurial. And so that's what I got for my $10,000, 6 conversations.
And they got away, they had that money?
With no jewelry experience, yes.
They have them. And that is that your jewelry right there? All right, everyone check out that jewelry. Sematech and I. Congressman Steve Cohen, Pedro Noguera from New York University, and Sematech and I, jeweler, a former Trump University student. Thank you. That is all in for this evening. The Rachel Maddow Show starts right now. Good evening, Rachel.
Chris, if you needed to get in touch with Donald Trump,